Hey guys, as you can see, I am back from School of Ministry Development and it has been a wild journey. I've learned so much about servanthood and how God just ultimately cares more about our hearts than what we do for Him, you know. I have some stories. If you guys would like to hear those, then message me what is next. It's something I would never guess. I'm going to be honest. You guys probably would have never guessed as well. You know, not that you sit around and guess what I'm going to do, but bear with me. Okay, some background. For me, I believed this lie that I couldn't sing. I mean, everyone can sing, but I wasn't that great, you know what I'm saying? So, going into outreach, one of our teammates she was in charge of the worship and leading worship. And one day she came up to me and she's like, "Hey Leanne, I want you and this girl to lead worship next week." And I was like, "What? No, I don't think so." She's like, yeah, you're gonna. And I was like, let me pray about it. No, but then, I don't know, it was by the grace of God where I was like, okay, I'll just do it. And I'm telling you, like, since I did that, first of all, it wasn't even that bad. I don't know what I was freaking out about. But since then, it's like this, literally, all it took was that moment for the lie in my head to just be broken. Where it's like, Leanne, you can't sing, you know? So ever since then, I was just like, every time we worship, I was bolting my heart out. And it was amazing. It was truly this new level of intimacy that I just stepped in. Where it wasn't just like singing to God, but it was like expressing my love to Him, you know? Oh. So yes, that happened. And then after outreach, one of the worship leaders came to me and she said, "Hey Leanne, I was actually thinking about you doing School of Worship." And I was like, "What? That's crazy." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." I mean, I don't think I'm going to be doing that because I just never had that desire. I mean, I left the conversation not thinking much about it. And then all of a sudden, I had this pull inside of me that was like, hey, like, what if you do School of Worship? Like, I don't know. And I got excited about this idea. And I was like, okay. So I prayed about it. And I was like, God, if you want me to do School of Worship, then you at least have to give me some kind of confirmation, you know? And so the next day, the staff encouraged us students. And I was like, okay, God, like, if you can give me like confirmation during this time, then that'd be great. No, and one of the staff, like everyone was encouraging me, and one of the staff brought up a time as I was singing to his son. The son just like teared up from compassion. And he told me that, and he's like, "Yeah, and I don't know why the Lord brought that memory to my mind, but there's something there with your voice, you know. If you can make this child, as you were singing over him, tear up from compassion, then God is going to do something great with your voice, you know." I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but I was just like, it blew my mind, and I almost started tearing up because I was like, this is confirmation, you know. I don't know, I get really emotional when God just talks to me. Anyway, and so I was like, okay, like, that's cool. So we went back home. I came here to Greg's house for a resting season, you know. And me and his mother, we went to this women's ministry one day. And, you know, I was thinking about School of Worship, but I was so focused here that I wasn't really thinking about it a lot. And so we went to this women ministry and we were praying for the women there. And this one lady just calls me over and she's like, "Hey, do you sing?" And I'm like, what? I was like, I mean, occasionally. And she just gave me this word on like how God was like, "Leanne, you need to sing more." And I don't know, but it was all to do with like worship and stuff. And I was just like, this second confirmation. And I was like, okay, I'm done. God, you got my attention. So yeah, guys, I 100% believe that God is calling me to School of Worship. And I'm super nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's something that's so out of my comfort zone. But I've learned that I would rather lean in to what I think God is saying than to just completely disobey Him and do nothing. God has the greatest plan for us, you know, and it might not look like what we want it to look like, but that doesn't mean that it's not what He has for us. So, yeah, I 100% believe School of Worship is what God has for me in this next season, and I'm crazy excited, crazy nervous as well. But at the end of the day, like, just obeying God is what I want to do. That's the biggest desire of my heart. I will put more information in like the description of this thing, or I'll also be creating a newsletter so that I can update you guys. Because I was like, yo, Leanne, you need to keep in touch with your peeps. I was like, yeah, so I'll do that. Just thank you so much for being here for me. Yeah. Okay, well, guess I'll just say the classic, God bless you. Yeah, okay guys, bye.